Action. Hi, I'm Rosalind.
And I'm Anthony.
And we got married in July 2023 at Happy Valley with Lisa and Neil as our photographers. So we are going to talk a little bit about what that was like and why you should book Lisa and Neil as your photographers. So, what made you reach out to Lisa and Neil in the first place?
Well, their website was great. We were really drawn to the fact that they were a couple and there were two of them. They seemed to have, just like from their website, gave a great sense of their working relationship. They seemed like a lot of fun, and the photos they showcased on their website were great. And it looked like the couples and the guests from the weddings they'd shot were having a lot of fun, which I think speaks to, which is what we wanted for our wedding, and that speaks to their ability to capture that.
It was important to us that they were local as well. So I remember looking at their website and seeing a photo of Lisa and Neil sitting outside the Forum in Norwich, which is where we live. And also that the majority of the shots featured on the website were candid photos and not posed ones, which is really what we wanted. Also loved the use of light in their photographs. Happy Valley is a beautiful, mostly outdoors venue full of amazing trees and light. And so it was important to us that our photographer or photographers were able to use that to their advantage. So that's why we reached out. Website and social media is obviously the first thing that you see when you contact a photographer.
So what were your first impressions when we met them over Zoom?
It was a lot of fun. So the four of us sat down over Zoom to talk through the whole process and immediately warmed to Lisa and Neil, like so many jokes.
I feel like we were laughing a lot.
Yeah, we were laughing immediately in a good way.
Yeah.
And just felt so cared for, and Lisa and Neil gave us so many tips and bits of advice, which we can talk about later. And yeah, we just had a lot of fun. I feel like we keep saying the word fun, but that was important to us and that was something that we got. We talked through really methodically kind of what booking a wedding photographer is like, how it works, the rates, what you can get for that. And yeah, it was just really lovely. Also talked about cats because Lisa and Neil have cats.
Yeah.
So I can just remember cat chat too. So if you're into that, then great. Great impressions over Zoom.
So onto the planning process. Let's say a bit about how they supported us in the run-up to the wedding. I feel like, well, from my perspective, and Rosalind doesn't know I'm going to say this, Rosalind is extremely good at organising events. So our wedding was well planned already, and Lisa and Neil sort of commented that. So I feel like they adjusted the sort of level of offerings they gave to us, which I think really does speak to them. They sensed that we have a type A planner here, but they still offered us like extremely helpful tips. They were very, very clear with their communication as to like when they'd arrive, what their plan was. So like Neil coming to me and the boys, getting ready, and Lisa going to Rosalind and the ladies. What about from your perspective?
Yeah, again, just echoing what Ant said, the expectations were really clear. So obviously Lisa and Neil have been to more weddings than we have, and have photographed more weddings than we have, which is none. We haven't photographed any weddings, and so obviously know exactly like how things are going to work from start to finish, and have probably seen and experienced every possible hitch and joy and like all the things in between. So yeah, advice that I can remember, because it is 2 years later now, is to have crisps available as like an extra snack for peckish guests. There are many people in our family, and included, who suffer from hunger, and so yeah, a few weeks before the wedding, I think I ordered like 200 bags of kettle chips, and they were all gone. So obviously needed. And there was something else that I mentioned when we were chatting, but I can't remember what it was. Just gave good advice, and
Yeah.
I can't remember what the second piece. Oh, confetti. Yeah, the importance of confetti. Not using lavender because apparently that's real itchy. And yeah, you get confetti absolutely everywhere. I found it in my underwear. And yeah, too much information. No. Just setting expectations for future couples. Yeah, confetti and the importance of like a good confetti shot. Our confetti shots are good in their comedy value because turns out I didn't love having confetti thrown at me. Not I enjoyed it, but it just was a bit more like in my face than I ever imagined. And so our photos are like, yeah, actually, yeah, we can talk about those later because there is a question about favorite photos. So yeah, the main ones that I can remember are the crisps and the confetti.
Yeah.
On the wedding day. So what were Lisa and Neil like to have around on the day? So in the morning, at kind of first thing when they arrived, they split between where Ant and his groom's folk were getting ready and me and my bridal people were getting ready. So we had Lisa with us and Ant had Neil with him. So would you like to talk about what that was like?
Yeah, it was great fun. He fitted in really well. He was joking with the guys, and then at some point, he sort of, he just created a really nice atmosphere. I mean, hopefully there's a nice atmosphere anyway between me and my friends, but he seemed to like pick up on what the vibe was. He got some great, made some great gifts of me and Juliet, my sister, who's my best person. Rocking out to a song we really like that no one else knows. He got great pictures of us with there were these antlers in the lodge we were staying in, so he got pictures of us with those. And then when we got the pictures back, there were like loads of really like beautiful tender moments between me and my friends and my friends, like between each other, that I had no idea like he was there for that. So he was able to like be part of the atmosphere and then disappear and get the sort of candid shots that we were looking for.
Lovely. Yeah, I have FOMO because I would have loved to have been there for that, but can't be in two places at once. Whereas the energy in the bridal area was totally different because we had been like starting glam since like 7 a.m. And we had like all different people coming in and out and in like the loveliest way, and we've been sharing food together and having coffees and mimosas, and our hair was being done by the amazing Flamingo Amy, so she was there chatting with us, and so we had been going for a bit longer than the boys. So when Lisa came, her like chill, understated energy fit right in immediately, because we were just kind of like steaming dresses and like chilling out and like going, okay, we probably shouldn't have any more mimosas, let's have a snack and a coffee, and like, yeah, pace ourselves, get some energy in for the day. And I remember chatting with Lisa about what earrings I should wear. I hadn't fully decided. And yeah, she was immediately there, like kind of capturing again these like beautiful moments that I would obviously never have seen. And like the energy between me and my sisters and my mum, and like two of my best friends who were there as well. So, and got some lovely shots of Amy too, which I'm really grateful for. It's so nice to see different wedding suppliers supporting each other. And so that whole like, yeah, morning energy was so fun. And I'm pretty sure, actually now I've just remembered, we drove in that car. My friend's husband drove us from the top to the bottom of the site. So if you stay in the like top big lodge, I can't remember the name, I'm so sorry. Total, if you stay in Total, it is quite a walk down to the bottom to like the main site, if that's where your ceremony is. And so my friend's husband was like, I'll drive you all. And so we were like all crammed into this big car, and Lisa was in there with us too, which just felt so lovely. And we've got a great photo of my friend's child waking up from a nap when we arrived back down at the bottom. So yeah, just like those little memories of like immediately like Lisa and Neil slotting into like both of the little gangs that we had on the day, was just very lovely. How did you feel being photographed?
I love being photographed, so I was very happy. And I also, I really loved, we did want candid shots. So generally like us not being necessarily aware we were being photographed, but looking, there were a section where we did staged photographs. And the direction they gave us was really nice. We both did drama degrees, so we're very used to performing. Some of us love it more than others. And yeah, it was just really nice. Felt very natural and like, yeah, fun, enjoyable.
Yeah, I don't like having my photo taken in a posed way, but I did love like frolicking in the forest with Lisa and Neil. I mean, I kept saying I looked like Lana Del Rey. I had different hair at the time, which, you know, say that again and you can take a photo of me. Yeah, so they just made it so fun and easygoing and
like creative. We got the
Yeah.
sense they were getting like inspiration from the
crystals out,
surroundings
yeah.
and from what, you know, we were giving them and
work. So yeah, it was just a lot of fun, and it was something that I don't typically enjoy, like standing and posing for a photo, but yes, it was a lot of fun, and really ruthlessly in the best way organized all of our group shots. We tried not to have too many because those are not really our favorite kind of photo. I think we had maybe like 4 or 5 different like groups of people, and though we got through those really quickly, which is great because that can take up a lot of time. Okay, next question. What did your guests think of us? Yeah, I think the same to what we've just said, like super fun. Like I saw people like chatting with Lisa and Neil and just having a great time, and yeah, kind of the fact that you slipped in so seamlessly to our like closest friends and family just speaks testament to how lovely you both are, because obviously our friends and family are very lovely. What was it like seeing your photos for the first time? Yeah, amazing. I feel like nothing compares to that feeling.
it was like we got to relive the whole day again, basically.
Yeah, and see all the bits that you didn't get to see, because the adrenaline is so high on a day like that. I feel like there's bits that I just can't remember. So being able to see photos, yeah.
It was amazing, and it was an incredibly quick and efficient turnaround as well.
Quick. And we got gifts as well, which was like an extra added bonus. They're great. And then to have the photos in black and white as well is really lovely and like classy and cool.
So favourite photos?
Okay, it's hard to pick a favourite photo, but we've already mentioned a few. So there's the boys with the antlers, there's the gifts of Ant and Juliet dancing. One of my favourite photos is of Ant talking to one of my bridesmaids, Elaine, and my niece is obviously trying to get his attention, and so as he's talking to her, it's like off his torso upwards there's these like 2 little hands on his belly, which just sort of sums up like life with our family in the best way. We have a couple of photos that live in our bedroom that we love. So there's, I don't know if this will show because it's, oh yeah, there we go. So there's this one, and this is part of the, this is also Ant's lock screen on his phone. Very romantic. This was part of the like foresty photo shoot moment, but it captures almost like a moment in between posed photos. So again, that like gold dust kind of relaxed, candid bit amongst all the posed photos, where like I'm looking up at Ant and like obviously laughing at something like he's said or I've said or we've done or Lisa and Neil said. I can't remember what we're laughing at, but it just, a lot of our relationship is built on laughter in the loveliest way, and so
and
also this photo,
if you can see that's the 2 of us and Ed, one of our best friends, who did the ceremony for us. It's just really beautifully framed. It captures the whole outdoorsy, you're in a mystical, magical woodland vibe
the
we're
trees
going for. Also from the ceremony, there's a great shot. So we were very fortunate, completely like Rosalind is amazing at planning, but even she can
not this
plan.
good.
I think Blue Arrows, who are like cousins of the Red Arrows.
Blue Angels?
Blue Angels, yeah,
Ghosts?
it's
Blue
blues.
something.
Anyway, so a set of like planes in formation did a flyover as Rosalind was coming down the aisle, and there's this great shot of Serena, whose hands were on my belly in that photo, described looking up at them, and all the guests like blurry in the background also looking up, and it was just such a like magical moment, and that was the fact that
Perfectly
it was captured. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Everyone was like, did you plan that? I'm like, no.
No.
But it was cool. Yeah.
Also the disco ball shots.
Oh yeah, disco ball shots. Yeah, again, don't love post photos, but I did have a lot of fun because I had a second outfit that was like a super sparkly jumpsuit by Rosa Bloom, which I bought because Taylor Swift also has one. And we also asked our amazing events coordinator, Daisy, from Smoke and Wildwood, to like procure as many disco balls as possible because we were legally married the year before, so this really was like a celebration party, and she did that and there were disco balls everywhere. And so yeah, again, what Ant said earlier about Lisa and Neil drawing inspiration from what was around to take those photos. So there's ones where we're holding a disco ball and it's all like dark and moody in the forest and we're all glittery and fun. We also had a glitter bar by Love Moi Glitter. So yeah, love sparkly things. Yeah, so those are also some of our favorites. There's also a great, I mean, we could keep talking for ages. Probably every single photo actually is a favorite. But there's, I'll mention one more, and if you think of another one, you can mention it. There's one of my other niece, my younger niece, eating a chocolate ice cream, and the lovely little white dress that I bought her as a flower girl dress is just like completely covered in chocolate ice cream. It was perfect. It's exactly what you want. I mean, all of the like kid photos were very cute. And children can be hard to photograph, so yes.
So shall we go to final thoughts?
Yeah, we've talked about a lot of photos.
Yeah. How would you describe Lisa and Neil to someone thinking of booking them?
Like one of the most important parts of your wedding is how you document it, and Lisa and Neil did that impeccably. Yeah, we've used the word fun a lot, but behind that fun is like a really serious craft. Like they're both artists, and they both bring their kind of different angles on photography to the wedding. And yeah, like seriously hardworking, very committed and dedicated and organized. I know we've said like fun. That's like what, again, it's testament to them because that's what we saw. But if you actually dig deep and think about it, obviously there's a lot of work that goes into that kind of high pressured role on someone's like very important day. Yeah.
I just felt so confident with them there, in that they got what we were going for. They offered their own tips and advice, and a lot of which we took on board, to great effect. 200 bags of crisps down the throats of our guests,
as well as confetti down our throats.
Yeah. And yeah, I just had, like, from that first Zoom meeting, had so much confidence that they got it and would deliver.
Yeah, and also a site like Happy Valley is I imagine not that easy to photograph because there's different, like I mentioned earlier, there's different lighting levels everywhere. There's like trees and sun, and it was cloudy in the morning but then sunny in the afternoon, and then there was a disco inside, and we took photos, like group photos and then candid photos. So like there's a lot going on, and that's like a lot of different like things that photographers have to think about. So yeah, I've also realised that we're kind of dressed as Lisa and Neil in our matching black tops. So we're going to say that was on purpose, and we're paying homage to you both in your photographer blacks. Yeah. And what would you say to someone who's on the fence?
I'd say, get off the fence!
Get off the fence!
Book 'em!
Book 'em! Yeah. I think that's everything. Yeah.
I think so.
But yeah, only like earlier today I was looking back through our wedding photos, and just, yeah, what an amazing day and venue and photographers. And yeah, thanks Lisa and Neil.
Thank you.